Hey, how's everybody doing? Hope everyone is doing well. So, what is your job costing you? Right. So, I was really thinking to myself, due to the fact that right now, a lot of my friends are transitioning into the workforce, right? And we're entering these jobs and these new environments and adulthood, really, so the perspective and the lifestyle of changing from going to classes to going to a job, right? And excuse me, I realized that there are a lot of things that people are okay with that I don't think that's okay, right? So one is the hourly wage, right? So the idea that our lives are worth $12 an hour, $16 an hour, $20 an hour, right? What is your life? What does your life mean to you, right? And what is the price tag of your life, right? So that's interesting to me as well. The fact that, hey, your life is worth $12 an hour, right? And these places convince you that, hey, your life is worth $12 an hour. And I think that's pretty interesting because I feel like no matter who the person is, your life is not worth that. And if we look closer into the prison systems, right, don't they get paid what, 50 cents, couple cents? I'm not quite sure exactly the cent amount, but it's like them saying their life is worth a certain amount of cents per hour, right? So another thing is I notice when we enter these work environments, right? A lot of times these people are coworkers, you know, which ultimately is our second family because a lot of times you spend more time with them than your family, right? They have the thoughts, the ideas, the beliefs, the feeling that, hey, I do not want to be here, right? And a lot of times as people, we all are aware of, we become our environment ultimately, and we become who we surround ourselves with, right? But we fail to consciously move and navigate and realize that we're surrounding ourselves with these coworkers, right? And nothing wrong with the coworkers, but the only thing that only issue is that, hey, they don't want to be here. They have the feeling they don't want to be here. They think they don't want to be here. So they're going to act as if they don't want to be here, right? So if you're in a room full of 50 people, right? Let's say you work in an office environment and they don't want to be there, that will push on to you saying that I don't want to be here, right? So from you not wanting to be in the environment, right, it will naturally produce stress hormones, right? And it has been psychologically proven that these stress hormones deteriorate the body, right? So within animals, right, I'm pretty sure we all aware, but the people that don't know, um, when let's say, a bear is going to eat a deer, right? So when the bear's going to eat a deer, the deer becomes stressed to the point where its body naturally releases the waste and all the things that it doesn't need to escape from the stressor, right? So as human beings, right, we're producing these same stress hormones, but we can't really escape the stressor, right? But once we escape the stressor, we're drained, right? And that goes into another thing. A lot of times after we finish with these jobs, we're often drained, right? We often don't have much energy. And so this causes us to just grab something to eat, go home, relax, shut our brains off, Just do that, right? And I realize within this generation we don't cook, right? So with us not cooking, we often grab fast food. And from us grabbing fast food, it's the hormones and all the other bad things that comes with grabbing the fast food, right? And ultimately, this kind of progressively destroys our body as well, right? This gives us health sicknesses, diabetes, high blood pressure, so on. And that's another thing, because it's like I realize the average worker, when they're off work, right, they're escaping reality, right? So they're escaping reality with many different things. Some people smoke, some people drink, some people watch TV, some people eat, some people, So it's like you're doing things to escape reality, right? And I think that's really interesting as well. The fact that you have to escape from something on a daily basis that you have to go to, and I don't find that okay, and so we're stressed, we're escaping. Another thing is odd to me is like sick time off, right? So this corporation is saying, hey, we're giving you these many hours that you're allowed to be sick. And I think that's pretty interesting and quite insensitive, because you never really know what like different people are going through. So what does your job really cost you? And you're also missing time out on your family, right? You know how I said earlier that your job is, your coworkers are your family, is your second family, because you spend most of your time with them. A lot of times people don't watch their children grow. They don't watch family members grow. They miss times out with loved ones and stuff like that due to them chasing this dollar from this job, And it's so interesting because you're chasing this dollar from this job, but when you really, really crunch the numbers, it's not enough money to live off of. So you're sacrificing so much out of your life to barely make it by, to barely scrape by. And don't get me wrong, some people are okay with living this way. And if you are, hey, congratulations to you. But to the people that genuinely feel that is something wrong with the life that they live in, that is something wrong with how the system is structured, you should probably make the appropriate steps to find your way out, And it's just so interesting to me, because I realize as a young man that people are okay with this. People are okay with not seeing their family. People are okay with having to ask someone, can I go to a funeral, right? So let me tell you this story. So my uncle recently passed, and I had to ask them, like, hey, like, it's a funeral. I mean, I told him, like, hey, it's a funeral. I got to go to this funeral, right? I had in my mind, like, hey, no matter what, I'm going to this funeral. Like, if you're going to let me go or not. And they said, oh, let me think about, like, let me see, right? And they end up telling me no. I was going to go no matter what. Like, I'm not tripping. But it was just interesting to me that I have to ask somebody to go to a funeral for my dying uncle, And I just feel like that's just not okay. Like how everything is set up is not okay. And how they waver a few dollars, ultimately security over your head, right? To inspire you to stay at the job and inspire you to deal with the issues with the job. And I feel like, imagine other things that influences, right? So what example are you sending to your children? Would you want your children to live the same lifestyle that you live in? Imagine as a husband, as a lover, as a boyfriend, right? So you're accepting this from this job and you're having issues from the job and you're dealing with things from the job. So would you be able to be a quality lover to your spouse? Would you be able to love your children correctly? Would you be able to cater to your children's needs, to your loved ones' needs, to your family's needs in the correct way? Or would you not? Because you're so tired from your job, you just want to go home, sit down, and relax, And I feel like this is something that's unnatural, and a lot of people are okay with it. And just, hey, let me know in the comments what you think. You think I'm right? Think I'm wrong? Let me know. Have a good one.